just so there's no confusion here, I'd like to point out that this is not a Mayan calendar. This is my calendar that I've created based off the Mayan calendrical information. Just so happens that this calendar, or this star chart that I've created, works very well. For one, it deals a lot with my understanding of fractals and how everything is just a different fractal level of perception of the understanding or the translation of the seen information. Everything is intra-related. In other words, intra-relationships are everywhere. So we see the star chart that I've created now even makes the form of a five-pointed star. Now that's no accident. We're dealing with the material realms. We're dealing with the kingdoms of men. And we're dealing with cycles of time that are dealing with the kingdoms of men and the material realms as they relate to men and man's perception of time. So it's no accident that we have the perfect symbol for the Penta, which is the symbolic representation of the realm of man. Okay? Now, if you watched in the earlier video here, we've got the Milky Way. The Milky Way, or the Dark Rift, is represented as the serpent's mouth. Okay? Now, we've shown many cultures that represent this same symbolic. It's not just the Mayans themselves. Now, if we were to turn this symbol upside down, lo and behold, we have the symbol for the pentagram, all right, or the symbol for Baphomet. But I would like you to see that now man is being turned upside down and is going head first into the mouth of the serpent. Now, a lot of people believe that this Milky Way galactic transit, all of this alignment is of a good thing. I want you to see that the fractal information is telling you something very different. That now it says that the truth shall be so simple that even a child should be able to understand. What I'm doing is I'm taking very complicated concepts and I'm breaking them down into a form based upon my spiritual awareness that allows you to see this as simply as a child would. But as you can see, that we're not dealing with childlike information. We're dealing with very seemingly complicated formulas of understandings of time, but really it's very simple. But all the information is there. So I want you to understand that this is my own star chart, but as we can see, this star chart is very valid. Now here's where they're wrong. If we're to date this back, okay, let's go all the way back. We've got Pisces, Aquarius, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, and then we're going to come right here at Leo, okay? So this one whole circle represents the full precessional cycle, or the transit of all 12 signs of the zodiac, which is going to represent the great year of 25,625 years. Well, look, here's our other similarity with the Hebrew Bible. Notice that the Bible calls this time of judgment, or the 13th Baktun, the great day. Now I'm showing you a calendrical cycle of time based on the Mayans' own perception of time, and then they are representing this as the great year. I mean, come on, let's really get together on this understanding here that we have something that is solid. Now, mainstream, we're going to tell you 10,500 BC for Leo. Well, that's not true. If you look at the weathering is going to tell you that that's an impossibility. It's much older. And then at the same time, we've got a possible ending for a small or a little ice age at about 11,000 to 14,000 BC, anywhere in there. Nobody can really pinpoint it. But nonetheless, if we have this ice age, this little ice age that lasts for thousands of years and then just diminishes around 11,000 BC, that's not enough time for this culture to occupy that land. It's not dried out yet. There's been no reformation of true vegetation. There's no true support of civilization. There's no true reason to begin the civilization at this time then. What I'm telling you is that we need to go back one full round of Leo, which means 26,000 years we're going to add to this 10,500 year period. And that's going to bring us, lo and behold, to 36,500 BC. Exactly the same location where we are with our Garden of Eden information. I'll be back.